if you play early game junglers like Elise, Lee Sin, and Jarvan as an example, even Hecarim and Rengar, you need to be averaging around a 300 to 600 goal difference at 15 minutes. Basically, you need to be averaging 1 to 2 kills ahead of your enemy jungler. And if you're not doing that, you can go to Mobalytics and check, you need to fix that. And the two ways to fix that is to watch content, so watch one tricks, educational guides for your specific champion or your specific role, or you get a coach to watch your gameplay and to basically create a list for you of everything you need to fix in what order in order to get to your goal rank. Now, before we get into today's profile review, which we're going to be basically breaking that down, if you're interested in getting your own profile review just like the one you're about to watch, please check out the links in the description below. Let's get into the video. Currently, you are Bronze 2 and your goal is to get to Gold 1. You've played about just under 200 games and you're averaging a 48% win rate. So first thing I see is, we need to get that win rate up. We need to get that to 55% overall, and ideally, we need to keep it around 55%. So this profile review is going to be focusing on what you need to do and what you need to change in order to get to that 55% win rate, which is the baseline, the bare minimum win rate you'll need to go from Bronze 2 to Silver and eventually to Gold. So, looking at your champ pool, I can see you're a jungle main and Elise is your main pick. However, you're having not too much success on Elise. You've got a 50% win rate on her over 140 games, and that suggests to me that you're doing something wrong. It could be a fundamental thing. It could be you don't know what to do in mid game. You don't know what to do in late game. Maybe you don't actually know how to clear correctly on Elise. So what I recommend is thinking about finding an Elise player you can watch, you can learn from, and you can understand. Or if you can afford it, getting some coaching, some one-on-one sessions, which is what we're here for. But obviously this is a profile review, so I won't go into that into too much detail. But basically you need to change the way you're playing Elise. And there's two ways to do that. You either watch educational content for free on the internet, or you get someone to review your gameplay, figure out exactly what you're doing wrong, and develop an action plan for, hey, you need to fix this, hey, you need to fix that, hey, you need to fix this. Now, I'll go through some of the issues that you're facing, or the problems or the reasons as to why your win rate is a little bit low, 50%, below that 55% that we want to aim for. So the first thing is your laning phase. So I'm looking at your Mobalytics stats and I can see that you're averaging around a 28 gold deficit at 15 minutes. Now, Elise is an early game jungler. And so if you're falling behind in the first 15 minutes, it basically means you're doing something wrong in the first 15 minutes of the game. And there's really just two things that a jungler needs to do in the first 15 minutes. Clear jungle minions and gank. So one of these or both of these are currently incorrect. And I am guessing that it's both of these, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. So the first thing you need to figure out is how to get your Elise gold difference up to about 300 to 600 at 15. You should be averaging 1 to 2 kills ahead of your enemy jungler on average if you're wanting to play Elise at the correct level that you need to in order to climb. So let's dig into what you're probably doing wrong a little bit more. So the first one is clearing. It doesn't look like you are clearing fast enough or you don't know your jungle paths. Again, you can look up jungle paths on YouTube or you can get a coach to help you develop your jungle paths, increase your clear speed, and help you get more CS. Because right now, your CS per minute is about 4.4. Generally, I recommend for junglers, even gank heavy junglers, I recommend the minimum CS per minute to be around 5 to 5.5. So you're quite far below that. And then, most good junglers can average around a 6 to 7 CS per minute, depending on the champ. But for Elise, I would be aiming at 5.5 CS per minute as your goal. So that's the first thing you need to improve. The second thing you need to improve is your kill participation. Right now, you're averaging 45% kills. You're participating in 45% of your team's kills, which, is almost 50%. But as a jungler, you should be averaging around 50 to 60%. As an Elise, you should be averaging around 55 to 60% of your kills as a team, you should be involved in them. Because if you're not, it means you're not ganking enough, you're not grouping enough, and you're not understanding the right macro call at the right time. So, you need to be ganking more in the first 15 minutes. I would be really prioritizing how many times you're ganking in the first 15 minutes as well as farming. Because those are the two big things I see as your biggest issue right now. And the biggest issue overall is your laning phase. Once you fix your laning phase in particular, how many minions you're killing in the first 15 minutes and how many times you're ganking, you will be on the path towards getting into silver and eventually getting to your goal rank of gold. But until you fix those two things, you're not going to be able to get there. Now, that's basically all I have to say for this review, because honestly, if you can just fix those two things, and again, you can use resources on YouTube or you can get a coach to help you build a plan of how to fix those exact things by reviewing your gameplay, those are really the two things that are holding you back right now. It's not your champion pool. Elise is a great champion. It's just the way you're playing her at the moment is incorrect, and so we need to change that. So I hope you've enjoyed this profile review. I hope I've pointed you in the right direction of what you need to focus on and what you need to improve for the rest of this split and for the rest until the end of the year. But yeah, once you watch this, please reach out to me with any questions you have. If you're interested in getting some coaching or you're interested in learning more about like a tailored solution that could work for you. If you're wanting more than just, one-on-one game reviews, if you're wanting a whole kind of climbing plan of, hey, how do I go from bronze 2 to silver 4 to silver 3 to silver 2 and eventually to gold, please, once you watch this, reach out to me. We can book a free call live on Discord and we can go through it. Anyway, cheers, good luck on the Rift, and I'll talk to you once you watch this.